Hey YouTube, it's Sarah. Today is Tuesday, September 18th, and I am 1 week post-op. From my gastric sleeve surgery. I had it on Tuesday, September 11th, so I thought I would kind of tune in for a few moments and give you some updates. We'll start off with the numbers. So on 8/16, I went to the surgeon and we arranged everything for my surgery date, and at that point I was at my highest. I was at 228. I had purposely gained about 8 to 10 pounds before then to get me as close to the 35 BMI as possible, just so the surgeon wouldn't have much hesitation with giving me the surgery. The night before surgery, I weighed in at 222.4. I didn't do real well on the liquid diet. I did it pretty religiously during the week when I was at work, and then on the weekends, I just blew past it. So, no excuse, just poorness on my part. I was in the hospital for 1 night and came home the next day. At that point, on 9/12, so a week ago Wednesday, I was at 226.4 with all the fluids that they had put into me. So this morning I weighed in on my scale, as probably most people do with not a lot of clothes on, and I weighed in at 209.8. However, I had a 1 week post-op visit with my surgeon today, and on his scale I weighed in at 212.8. So for now, we'll go with the doctor's numbers. If I do the math between 228 and 212.8, I'm down 15.2 pounds. So excited about that. I won't get real excited until I get down to the 200, 195 range. I can usually get to 195 by myself, but not much below that. So that's when I will really start to get excited. Hopefully that'll be in the next month. I know watching some other videos, sometimes weeks 2 and 3 slow down a little bit as your body shifts weight around and adjusts to what you're adding to your diet and things like that. So going back and looking at my video that I did 1 day post-op, man, oh man, oh man, was I high on morphine. In that video, I look like I've got some energy, things weren't feeling too bad, and of course they weren't at that time because I was still pretty drugged up on the morphine drip that they had taken out earlier that morning. That evening, as that wore off, the pain really kind of kicked in. I did start taking the Loratab and a couple of anti-nausea meds that night, along with some Benadryl because I've got very bad seasonal allergies, so to keep from sneezing, which hurts horribly on the new incisions. I did take some Benadryl. Thursday was very tiring. I took a shower and I had to take a nap. I was out of energy. Couldn't do anything else. I did get my 40 ounces of water in and 40 grams of protein, which is what my surgeon recommends for the first week. It was difficult. It was very slow and steady and drives me crazy because I'm used to flying around and doing things so quickly. So I think just slowing down eating is going to be an adjustment for me. Friday, I still wasn't feeling very well. I had low energy. It was kind of hard to move around. Wasn't sleeping through the night. So took my last dose of pain medicine on Friday. Saturday, I got a little bit more energy. I got up, got through the shower okay, but was going to try to run some errands and just didn't have any energy left. On Saturday, I was really pissed. I wanted a taco, and I wanted a taco now, and I knew obviously I couldn't have one, so I kind of had a breakup with food on Saturday. Made me very crabby and cranky. But did get my water and protein in, did start getting my water up to 60 ounces on Saturday, and have been able to do so since then. Now I'm to the point where I don't have to drink water that slow. It goes down pretty easily. It doesn't give me a whole lot of issues. I still don't drink it as fast as I used to, but it's not like I can only do 2 ounces every 15 minutes, so that's a good thing. And I'm getting in probably about 40 grams of protein. So today, with it being 1 week post-op, I went, like I said, to the surgeon. He said everything's going well, healing well. I give myself my last blood thinner shot tonight. Thank goodness I won't have to do that anymore. And then I can start flying and everything for business as early as next week. So that's pretty good. I was going to work from home this week, but I was so sick and tired of seeing the same four walls and not really having a lot of energy, and so I thought yesterday, okay, I'm going to go into the office. I need to get my brain going because it was still pretty foggy from some of the drugs. So I went into the office. I thought, okay, I'll work a few hours, and if I get tired, I'll come home. Ended up working a full 9 hours straight, and then went to my son's football game for 2 hours. So it was a pretty packed day. but it actually gave me more energy. I'm not nearly as tired today. I did start taking my bariatric vitamins again on Friday. I went kind of the easy way and I just did the bariatric fusion vitamins that my surgeon sells. You take 3 a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner through chewables, and you're done. You don't have to worry about calcium or grams of this and milligrams of that. You just 3 of them, that's it. So that's a nice thing to have to not worry about either. So, when I was at the doctor's office today, I really started thinking about how different surgeons are with their requirements for surgery. I've watched quite a few videos, and some people have no pre-op liquid diets, some have 1 or 2 weeks, some people are in the hospital for 1 night, some 2 or 3. But the biggest thing I think I'm starting to see is just the difference in afterwards. I went through a lot of surgeons and kind of talked to a lot of people before I made a decision on which surgeon to go to. And for example, my surgeon says absolutely no soda ever, ever. But all the other surgeons that I talked to said you can have it in 3 or 4 months in moderation in diet. So I asked my surgeon today when I was there, I'm like, why no soda ever? Why no Diet Dr. Pepper ever? And he's like, well, it's kind of like when you pour it out of the can and put it into a glass. It comes out just fine, but then it fizzes up in the glass. It does the same thing to your stomach and it stretches it. And not only that, but soda is all chemicals and not good for you. And this is about healthy choices. So I think it's partly because of what it's going to do to our stomachs and stretch out, and I don't want that to happen. And I think partly it's their own beliefs that they try to instill, which, that's fine. That's what doctors are, and that's why we have to do our research. The other thing that I thought was interesting is that for days 1 and 2, I was on clear liquids, broth, and water pretty much. And then days 3 through 6, I was on a liquid diet, but that also included unsweetened applesauce, very thin cream of wheat, yogurt without any of the chunks in it, and then cream soups. But now that I am on day 7, I can start adding other foods in. So like turkey, cheese, just other stuff where I see other people on videos who don't start adding that stuff in until 2 or 3 weeks. So hopefully that doesn't slow down the weight loss any. We will see. Today I've been craving tacos. Tacos. I love tacos and nachos. They're my downfall and they're going to be the death of me. But today after we went with the surgeon, I did go through Taco Bell and I got pintos and cheese with no sauce. And only ate a couple of bites of it, but it kind of helped with some of that craving that I was having of taco. Granted, I didn't get the crunchy, salty stuff, but it kind of helped. The only thing is I took a couple of bites, and then I took one more bite, and I felt the full ate too much feeling. Not very fun at all. And then on top of it, I went and I grabbed something to drink like I would have before surgery to kind of wash it through and push it down. Yeah, not good. So for about 45 minutes in the car ride home, I was feeling a lot of pressure in my chest. It didn't really hurt per se, but it was not very comfortable. Don't think I'll do that again. And then tonight when I got home, I just went back to soup just because I figured that was enough of an experiment for the day. But I'm looking forward to seeing how this journey goes, and hopefully the things will be great. One thing is I did watch, and there's another video that I watch, and I look forward to hearing from her all the time, but she had a gum fetish and had to give up gum. No, my doctor said 1 to 2 sticks a day is fine. Not a big issue. So I've been chewing gum, and it's been helping out with the chewing needs, so it's just interesting how the different doctors are. But I know this video is getting kind of long, so I'm going to go ahead and show you my incisions, and then we'll wrap it up, and we'll see you next week. So I did have all of my stitches removed today. He says I'm healing up pretty well, so we still have the same 5. We have the one over here, which has got a bruise pretty well around it. One up here, the one where my stomach came out, which is still very tender because there's a bunch of stitching underneath. The one over here that you can barely even see anymore, and then the one in my belly button, which he recovered up for a little bit. But I did buy Mederma today to go ahead and put on my scars and see if Mederma will help with them. But we'll see as time goes on. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, I'll be happy to answer them too. Thanks. See you next week.